Who in their career, in their history, in their current times, turns more looks, Tyra or Naomi?
I mean, don't be so fucking stupid. So, can I swear on this?
Of course you fucking can. Where is she?
I'm sorry, I was watching Ina Garten make a lemon cake.
Oh, I'm obsessed with this with Slow by Kylie Minogue all over again.
Oh, slow. Good things in my body. Yeah.
That's iconic, Kylie Minogue.
Oh.
To be fair. Iconic.
Get dirty.
Also, it's
Somebody dirty.
that's such a. Do you know what I imagine? Imagine us like making OnlyFans content to sell our podcast, and we're like, let's just take our clothes off slowly, and that just starts the song, and we're like walking to the camera.
Like our entire OnlyFans should be Kylie Minogue content.
Yes, imagine we will make more money than drinks in JY on the weekend.
I think she'd sue us.
She loved the gays.
I mean, yeah, she do, but whether she loves our buttholes, I don't know.
I hate this podcast. I hate doing this every week.
Hi, guys.
This is the 802 podcast coming to you live. Well, why do I always say coming to you live like we're fucking doing this live on radio when it's actually recorded the day before? But anyway, here it is. Hi, it's me, Nick Charles, the other black gay on the other side of the 802 in Liverpool, Ma. And then we have the gorgeous, the stunning.
More.
Oh,
More. I need more.
Daniel.
Oh, that was it. That was it. I asked for more, and you couldn't give me incomparable. You couldn't give me unfathomable.
All right.
You just had to focus on my looks.
All right.
Not my personality. I'm more than a hunk of meat. I mean, I am a hunk of meat, but I'm more than it.
Honey, this ain't Grindr. I ain't asking for your bio. I'm introducing you on a podcast. Shut the fuck up.
Woo! Hi guys, welcome to the 82. So we got big news. Big news to kick off with. In the announcements. I'm dedicating the announcements to us.
Yeah.
Next week, not this week. Next week,
yes,
is our 20th episode.
Woo-hoo! 20th.
20. And that is 20 episodes of the 802. That's not counted bonus episodes. That's not counted back of the bus episodes, which if you aren't listening to, I strongly suggest it stays that way and you never listen. They are a hot mess.
I feel like people. You know what's funny? I was literally saying this earlier. I was speaking to someone on Tinder just earlier, and I was saying to him, "You should listen to my podcast." And he listened to the back of the bus first, and guess which episode he went straight to? Just have a fucking guess. The fucking sex in the gym one. Standard. Fucking hell. I was like, oh great. So now I'm being judged, and he might never speak to me again. But he just replied to me on WhatsApp. So.
See, there we go. It's working. Guys, it's a mess there. The questions you send in. I have one request about the questions. So we ask for questions every week. You can DM either me or Nick or the 802 podcast or send them to the 802 podcast at gmail.com. The questions are meant to be, you tell us about mess that's going on in your life and we provide insight and advice. That's what the setup is. Not, Dan, have you ever taken it raw in the gym?
I mean, we'll answer those questions as well, but keep it messy.
We will, but like mess, we want to see and hear your mess and do the best that we can to advise your life situations. We know there's boys in your life driving you crazy. We know that there's issues going on that you want two good old gays to just give you a little taste, a little hint, a little guidance in the right direction. Not what color's your nipples today. We'll say that anyway. We'll answer those questions, but come on, this is a group thing. Oh. We've given you our mess. We want to hear some of yours. Yeah. Give it to us. DM either me or Nick or the 802 podcast. Email the 802 podcast at gmail.com with any of those. But anyway,
how you feel ASAP.
What I was saying, next week's our 20th episode.
Yes.
And to celebrate, we are going to be doing a little giveaway.
Yay! Giveaway. And we're not giving away our whole, so get out of your fucking head. And we're giving away 50% of the OnlyFans because that's for the 100th episode.
Keep an eye on the socials. We will let you know how you can enter the giveaway. We've got some awesome, cool, gay merchandise to give away to one of our lucky listeners. So if you've been listening and supporting, we want to give back to you. So we've got this little giveaway going. Keep an eye on the Instagram and the Twitter to see how that's going to work and how you can enter that in celebration of reaching the milestone that is 20 episodes. 20 episodes.
20 episodes. And we are, you know what? I was literally looking back and I think to myself, look at us. Like, remember when remember episode 1 with the crunchy one, when you look back, I can't even listen to that without literally all cringing. I'm like, I can't listen to
And
this.
people still do.
I don't understand. The crunchy one is the most listened to episode ever.
Girls, come on, give us a chance.
Yeah, like start from the
Like at
middle.
least listen to episode like 14 or something.
Yeah,
like
you
when we
can't
worked
start
out
from
how like
one.
the editing works and
I
what our
know.
sections were going to be called.
I know, and we've been through so much changes in the past 20 episodes. We've been through Let Me Tell You Something. We've been through getting them a wig. We've been through
just those really, just those.
Yeah. Plus we had
Just
technical
that one
difficulties.
change.
We had mics. We had AirPod problems. We had issues in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. Then we went to Greece. We went to Scotland. We've been around the block, and we've been giving you so.
We've been on a ride. It's not called the 802 for nothing.
True.
We take you on a ride. You come on a ride with us. We've had stop-offs. We've had technical issues. We've had malfunctions. But you know what? We got that engine started and we kept going. We're 20 weeks deep. 21 weeks deep technically. 20 weeks deep episode-wise. We're 20 weeks deep. Get into it. Get into it. Nick.
Let me tell you something. Well, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky
Nick.
one. Yes.
We gave them a week off.
Oh,
We gave them a week off. We talk about last week. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, I suggest go back and have a listen to that to get at least as full of understanding of Breonna Taylor's case as possible. But we talked about something serious.
We took a week off. You understand? We took a week off so we can.
We gave the girls an entire week to get themselves together and to sort themselves out. And what did they do with that
fucked it
week?
all up over again. So now,
it's Black History Month.
Let me just start this real quick, right? Danielle, in an episode, we literally spoke about Pure Gym just the other day in our Back of the Bus episode. And I have seen this. I am a massive fan of Steve McQueen. He is a great, great director, and he literally brought to life the 1853 slave memoir called 12 Years a Slave to a motion picture, which was included some incredible actors and actresses. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Including winning a load of prestigious awards. You understand? Right. Let me tell you the drama. So there's a PT of a black origin that decided to have a workout prepped for Black History Month on behalf of Pure Gym, a certain Pure Gym in, I think it's towards London side, I think it is.
Luton and Dunstable. Part of the reason why this is so offensive is because it took place in Luton and Dunstable, where nothing good has ever happened.
Agreed. Do they even have gay bars there?
Oh, I'm going to look that up while you continue your story.
Right. Now, this is the thing, right? So, there is a PT that decided to create a workout based on it. He titled the workout 12 Years a Slave.
He actually entitled it 12 Years of Slave.
After the epic movie. This is our workout of the month designed by the so-called PT to celebrate Black History Month. Slavery was hard, right? Just listen to me here. This is the wording. Slavery was hard, and so is this. The twist to this is 1 rep of your first exercise, 2 of the second, but before you move on to the third exercise, which is also 3 reps, you must start at the beginning to move on. Wink emoji, and that's how the entire workout goes. Now, Matt Sim PT Sis, no. How, girl? I don't know who come in your ears for you to pay your fucking gym fees a month because clearly you're not making enough money because you're fucking tone deaf as fuck. Bitches is racist,
Oh my
honey.
god, it's so
Racist,
bad.
honey. And I don't know I don't know what you were trying to do, but sis, you didn't just upset the black community of the UK. Everybody was upset. Everybody. Every single person. I have not seen anybody try to defend you. Sis. 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 Where the fuck were you born? Where the fuck are you from? Where the fuck have you been for the last 7 months? Have you not seen what's been happening? Are you blind, deaf, dumb, stupid? What are you? Because I don't know if you've realized, but we are in a pandemic. Not we talking about Corona. We talking about Black Lives Mattering. You are seeing the fact that we are trying to dismantle racism and white privilege, and here you are. Here you are. Not bold-facedly creating a workout.
12
Girl,
years off slave.
ugh.
Off slave. That doesn't make sense. 12 years off slave.
So
Excuse me, master. It's 12 years of slave.
let me just get my head around this the conflammer. Who? All right. So you created a workout and you decided that you want to make it, something for Pure Gym. Fine. Now I work for a gym as well. And I know in order for me to post anything at all, it could be the time the gym open to the pool not working. I have to go through management in order to post anything because I run the social media for my own gym where I work. Now I know there's pros and cons on how you need to post stuff. And I know for a fact you have to go through a protocol and a procedure before anything could be actioned to be posted. Now, I do not understand how you are telling me that your company, not just Pure Gym, your Pure Gym in Luton and Dunstable, the, who sat down and okay this? Who sat down and be like, oh well, this is a great idea. We love this. Who are these fucking people? Because I am fucking upset. I am still angry. It was a mess. And the, the bitch then tried to jump on Twitter and defend his action. Bitch, no. You need to leave. You need to cancel your you need to cancel your direct debit for your internet you pay every month. Cancel your phone bill. Cancel your satellite. Go live under a box because you're a mess. You are a hot shit.
The slavery was hard, and so is this. Slavery was hard. And so, like the defining trait of slavery, and the reason why we remember it during Black History Month is because it was technically difficult. This is a madness, an absolute
I
madness.
like right when this story broke. When this story broke, I literally went to
12
Dan.
years of slave.
When this story broke, I said, Daniel, are you seeing this? And we were like, listen, it was all systems go yesterday in the 802 HQ. We were like, oh my god, they were. Dan jumped on Twitter, tried to school him. I jump on Facebook. It was just a mess because I was just like, child.
Now, I don't want to give up. I try not to give up on the melanated.
Oh god.
So I think she can make a comeback from this. Matt,
of course.
Matt, you can make a comeback from this. But what you need to do is you need to understand why this has got everyone so mad.
What's more interesting than thing is, right? I, as someone who was born outside of the British Isles, I've learned about slavery in Britain, and I live in Liverpool, which as many might have known, it's played a part in the slave trade. So of course I know my history, but I don't know enough. But I know for a fact that I will never make a statement like this and think it's great. Child, no. Child,
Madam,
no.
husband and wife, no. Everyone, no.
We're done, Matt. You know what? You know what? learn from this. This. I'm just going to say this real quick and just get over it. Learn from this. Go read a book. Stay off the internet and learn your history and learn why you bitch. Just go away. We're not canceling you, but just go away. Cancel your gym membership. Go and work in another gym. Go do your research. But until then, bye. Bye.
So that wasn't the only thing that happened this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw in some air horns here. There's going to
Dun,
be some like jazzy funkle music around here. I'm probably going to forget to do this in the edit, so pretend I did. Trump has COVID.
dun 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 dun.
Trump has COVID.
But he's a
Coronavirus. Coronavirus.
They
It's
got
coming
him.
for you. That bitch is gonna die.
No.
He ain't well.
Um,
Whoo.
have
So
you-
the only reason why I want to talk about this,
Mhm.
there are two things I want to mention about this one. Number one, so people got on Twitter and we all found out Trump had coronavirus, and then there was joy. I would say absolute joy. And then there was the wave of people who I always like to say are the most useless people for any kind of social progression or progress to ever be made, which are the people who jump out to say, you know, guys, like, it doesn't matter what our differences are. We really shouldn't wish harm on somebody else. And like, this is a family struggling, and we really hope that like they recover and they get better and they can learn the better ways. When I said with the quickness to myself, bitch, I don't wish he's better. I don't wish for him to recover. Okay? I don't give a shit. I don't give half a shit about him feeling bad, or like, oh, we shouldn't wish ill on people because that just makes us as bad as them. They have shown us time and time again that they do not care about having the moral high ground. They just want to get the evil stuff done. So I'm also going to abandon the moral high ground so we can get the good stuff done. If Trump died of COVID, I would not give a shit. I would be happy and gleeful that that monster no longer walks among us. Let the bitch die. And yes, it is perfectly okay for you to wish death on someone who is not only racist, not only homophobic, not only transphobic, but actively in a position of power to harm those communities. It is perfectly okay for you to wish death upon that person. That's not the same as, oh, I disagree with that person, so I wish that they died. That ain't the same. I can disagree with my friends about which is the best movie to go see in the cinema. I can disagree with my friends about whether Disaronno is a nice drink or not. Edit. It is a nice drink. Get into it. Get into it right now. Moving on. Oh, Disaronno, get in touch. I'll accept literally a free taster bottle. That's all I want for that shout out. Just a free little taster bottle. I'll send you an email. If he died, I would be gleeful, and anybody who is concerned with progress and ensuring that the most marginalized communities in not just their country but around the world are protected from harm should be happy too. He is a leech. He provides nothing of positive or useful. And if he dies, the bitch dies. You ain't going to make me feel sad about it, and you ain't going to make me feel sad about talking about it. Now, this brings me to the second thing I want to talk about. Which is not related to Trump. There's a little moment happening yesterday, or maybe the day before, where the girls decided they were going to get on Twitter and they were going to start a movement. I don't know who started this movement, but they were like, so you know the Proud Boys. You know the Proud Boys are
Yes.
right-wing militia in the US, blah, blah, blah. So the girls were like, what we're going to do, girls, what we're going to do is we're all going to get together and we're going to all post pictures of ourselves being all like loved up and gay, and we're going to use hashtag Proud Boys. And I was like, cute, carry on, do it. People wrote think pieces about it. People did all that stuff, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, honestly, I don't care. Like, it's partly a reason for the gays to post a thirst trap. Like, we get it. You just wanted to post a cute picture, do what you need to do. The thing that I take umbrage with was the idea that this was somehow going to achieve something. I don't know what the gays who took part in this thought they were achieving beyond not letting the Proud Boys talk using the hashtag Proud Boys on Twitter for a day without encountering gay content. I just want to see. I just want to see what the commitment is behind this, because I am fully down for like um us cigarettes, as we'll call them today, us slang cigarettes, all like coming together and being the reason why right wing militias can't function online anymore. I would love that. I'd love to see that and be part of that and to be helping organizing that. But what we're not going to do that with is thirst traps on a hashtag for a day. That ain't going to achieve anything but getting you a few more followers and making you feel good about contributing. So I just want to see if this Proud Boys thing is going to be an actual movement. I just want to see it move something and keep going. So I'm
I
marking
kind
the
of like
date.
I looked past it, to be fair, because I was like, oh great, here we. I will tell you what the Proud Boys. This is a side note. The Proud Boys hashtag made me realize that a lot of people on Twitter who pretend to be single clearly have boyfriends, but that's another fucking tea.
Oh yeah, they were giving themselves away there.
I was like, oh, you have a man? Okay, we see you.
It's like on Valentine's Day when they all pop up with that hand, the hand holding the other hand, and they're like, "I couldn't live my life without you."
I
And
beg
I was
your
thinking,
fucking pardon.
madam, madam, were you just not showing whole like yesterday to the rest of us? Were you not in my friend's DMs this entire week? And now it's the
The
14th of
mess.
February. Oh,
I'm
there's a man in
done.
your
I'm
life?
leaving.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm the only legitimately single person who exists possibly ever in the world anymore. Madness. Girls, if you're going to
Dan.
do the Proud Boys thing, if you're going to use like taking over Twitter hashtags as a actual activism tool, you got to commit like the K-pop stands, and you got to do it every single day. So we're recording today. It's the 6th of October. I would check in next 6th of October, and I'm going to look at the Proud Boys hashtag. If I do not see gay content from a past year, I know what you're really doing. What you were really doing was sharing some nice pictures of you to make you feel like you were doing something. You were sharing black squares rather than doing the reading and doing the work. So let's commit and let's get into it.
Well, then, that was a lot to handle for this week, wasn't it? But hey, that's Let Me Tell You Something, the segment where we love to keep it informative, educational, and goddamn just messy. Because why? It's the 802 giving you what you want for episode 19, because episode 20 is right round the fucking corner, bitches. But now we have
And
big
we
news.
love it.
But we have
We
big
have big
news.
news.
Daniel, the floor is yours.
So this is a first for the 802. We've never done this
Mhm.
before, but we have a little surprise for you. We have, well, I guess it's not a surprise because you'll see it in the title. We have a returning guest this week. Now, when Nick was in Rotterdam, we had a few technical issues. Things
Yes.
went a little bit haywire, just a little
Mhm.
bit not where we wanted to, which meant we missed out on loads of like great talk with Darkwa that week. So we've brought Darkwa back on the 802. He's got some really exciting projects coming up that we think you guys will want to hear and get into. So when we come back from this short little musical break,
Mhm.
we will be here with Darkwa.
Hooray! So stay tuned.
Okay, well, it happened. It happened. There was chaos, confusion, conflama, and drama the first time we tried to have you on the show, but we've got you back. Darkwa, welcome back on to the 802. How are you, darling?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. You know, we're getting through. We're doing what we need to do in order to make this show the astounding success that it is.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, we invited you back for many reasons. First reason is because we love you and we enjoy every time you're with us on this show, those 2 times it's happened. But also because there's been some real exciting projects that you have given out to us. And we just wanted to let the world know a little bit more about what you've been up to and some of the things that you've been going on. You gave us a few little breadcrumbs in the last interview, but now we are in a better place to talk about it more. So, first of all, congratulations on the launch of your own magazine.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, that's been really exciting. Chapter Z was born of an idea by Chris Kenna, who wanted to reach Gen Z because, typically so much marketing and advertising is aimed at millennials and boomers, and Gen Z is kind of like marketed to as a byproduct because, by old standards, they are too young or they are not big enough contributors to the economy to kind of target. But really, when you look at Gen Z, thanks to social media and increased social awareness because of all of the different issues that we're talking about, they're actually so much more switched on and so much more engaged. And they do contribute hugely to the economy. So we were just like, yeah, let's do it. So Chris had the idea to market to Gen Z, and I had the know how to put it together so that it appealed to them, I guess. And also, it's not just myself, the whole team that I have for the publication is this ragtag, super cool motley crew of creatives from London and loads of other places ancestrally as well. So yeah, it's a really really cool thing. I'm very excited to see how we grow.
You said at the end from London. I think we can spiritually say that this is a London baby. I don't need Nick jumping in here and trying to claim it for Liverpool. This is a London thing.
Yeah, it's a London thing, or it's a London thing, bruv.
I am just enjoying the local delicacies. I am not trying to jump on anybody's bandwagon. I am appreciating it from all the way in L13. Now leave me alone.
Okay. I mean, I didn't even know that L30 was a postcode,
Sadly, it
so
is.
look at
Sadly,
that.
it
We
is.
learn new things
Yes.
all the time.
Can I ask you? So, in this first edition, when you launched on Instagram, and you came out with just these absolutely stunning pictures, where I'm in no way an artistic director or artistic in any sort of way at all. So the only way I can describe it, it looks like everyone is coated in like stylized oil.
Yes.
It was gorgeous. I want to know what was the thought behind that. What was the story to like? That's how you wanted to launch. You wanted to launch with this sort of style and this.
Okay. Well, okay, so there's this weird thing about Gen Z when you look at like what they're into, right? They're like obviously like the future because they are the youngest, newest contributors to the economy and to, and they are surrounded by technology all the time. However, they also have this weird nostalgia for everything that came before my generation. For like I find more people who are Gen Z listen to like old school rap and hip hop than like my generation, the millennials. There's this weird nostalgia for it. So I was like, okay, what can I do to do something that's old but also kind of new? And I remembered Maria the android from Fritz Lang's Metropolis, which is such an old movie, but like so forward thinking in the way that it depicted the creation of the robot Maria or the archandroid Maria. I remembered Janelle Monáe's cover for Archandroid, and also there was a picture of Naomi Campbell I remember where she had super, super glossy skin and was bald and she looked like an android as well. And I was like, right, fab, signed, sealed, delivered. Let's make it look like a super old portrait. However, make everyone a super glossy, like kind of robot, like plastic being that like everyone can like buy into. Because again, another thing that Gen Z are actually really against is like mass production and buying into things. So it was really just kind of playing with all of these different ideas and understandings of Gen Z and their leanings, interest by way of interest, but also the aesthetic leanings that like really plays on old and new, if that makes any sense at all.
It makes perfect sense. And even for me, who like literally while you were talking, I was doing some quick swift Googles because I
Mhm.
was like, who is this android he's talking about? And then I couldn't remember the Janelle Monáe picture. And I was like, but now looking at it, it's like
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
completely.
stop you there, Daniel, because you're a shit gay. Let me tell you why. If you didn't know that fucking album cover, you need to throw away a black card, throw away a gay card, and go and have a seat online. You're welcome. Because
Oh
that
my
is an
God! Wow.
iconic album, an iconic film. That's why we love to hear it. We love to see it. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. That makes me so happy.
I have never been so quickly and effortlessly put in my place than just what happened there. Nick, would you like to carry on the interview without me? I feel like I
No,
don't
because that
deserve
album is
anymore.
10 years old, and it's a great album. You're welcome.
Wow.
It never changes around here. So, Darkwa, you mentioned Naomi Campbell, goddess as she is, and we actually had a question for this week's Back of the Bus, which I'm going to throw at you here.
Okay.
Our question for the Back of the Bus, which is now our question for you, Darkwa, was from
Hmm.
Katie. She wants to know who in their career, in their history, in their current times, turns more looks, Tyra or Naomi?
I mean, don't be so fucking stupid. So, can I swear on this?
Of course you fucking can.
Well, then in that case, obviously Naomi. Tyra doesn't even know what a look adjacent look is. I'm sorry. Like,
Dead.
good for her with her
Dead.
honorable mentions. Good for her with her model land amusement park / way to make money off people who want to be models but never really can be. But let's be real, Naomi turns a look even when she's just wearing her face. Forget the clothing. Naomi is the queen, the mother, the alpha and omega. Oh, I can't. Don't even mention Tyra in the same sentence as the one and only. Thank you.
Katie, you've been red. So
I mean, the problem was you asked the question. If you ask stupid questions, you're going to get stupid answers. Isn't
And
that the
see,
thing?
this is the thing. That's what I hate, stupid questions. But no, Kate, you didn't ask a stupid question. Every question is valid. However, if you are in my inner circle, or close to me, there will be questions that are deemed stupid. I'm not going to say whether that was one of them.
you know what's even funnier? The way Naomi even turn looks when she was fucking cleaning. You know when she was like, "I am not."
Yes, in the Dolce Gabbana, but we
Yes.
also don't talk about Dolce Gabbana anymore. So,
Oh,
What did Dolce do?
I mean, Stefano Gabbana, that's all I have to say. That's where we're going to leave it. Everyone, just Google all of the problematic shit that Stefano Gabbana has done and probably is still doing. And you will know why we don't talk about them. Domenico Dolce, we love you. We know that you're actually the creative genius behind the brand. We stand you. Just like do something about Stefano, please. Thank you.
Okay, I'll add that to my list of things to Google. I clearly didn't do enough research before coming into this interview. Didn't know that this was going to be a thing. But listeners, you'll understand. You're a cultured lot.
I am looking
Yeah.
for a new co-host for the 802 starting this afternoon.
Hey, let's not pretend that you know shit either, bitch.
I know that album cover. What did you know, jack shit? You know how to suck dick, big cat. You don't know who Janelle Monáe is? But
Oh my God,
Do
the
you know the
girls are
first names of Dolce and
fighting.
Gabbana?
the girls are fighting. Call the cops.
Silence. She didn't know. Darkwa, if someone's reading Chapter Z and getting into it, what can they expect to
Okay.
see in this magazine?
Chapter Z is journalism the way that I feel journalism should be. Currently, we have loads of news outlets, magazines, publications, whatever, who are throwing loads of news at us, right? And that's fine. It's loads of information to process. But there's no outlets that actually let you ruminate over the stuff that you have received and like question further. Chapter Z is a publication that allows you to question further, or sometimes we'll ask the question and take you on the journey to get you to the answer. We will write about Black is King, yes, but we're not going to write about it in just like the 10 things that we loved about Black is King. We'll look at it critically, we'll break it down. In the same way that our editorials, like by way of fashion and beauty, are never just let's see what PR we can get so we can get the biggest brand in there. And I'm not saying that loads of other publications do. However, there has been a leaning towards the bigger the brand, the better the publication. That's not about it at all. That's not what we're about. We believe in pushing talent, young talent, new talent, and giving it its rightful place next to big brands. So you will easily find a huge brand that everybody knows and loves next to someone that's just coming out of fashion school. The reason being, we want to open your eyes to more. There is more beyond all of the shit that's thrown at us constantly, and we want to help you actually see it. That's what Chapter Z is. It's a deeper diving into the world that we already inhabit.
Nick, do we love to see that?
I am loving to see it. You know what, Dakwa? I love how you think. I love how your mind works. And you know what? It's so nice to see you front something. So, you know, it's just so good to see. Like, you make me feel good to feel Black. So you're welcome.
Oh my God, thank you so
Thanks.
much.
No, but
That's
it's
really
good. It's good
sweet.
because you're doing it for the girls. You're doing it for all of us. Like, you're doing it for every person under the LGBTQ plus society. Because it's nice to see, you know, like us growing up, like our generation, we didn't really see
Yeah,
Black publications apart from like Jet Magazine and Ebony and stuff, but that was very
exactly.
Americanized. So
Yeah.
when our generation are seeing people like you bringing forward to the table publications like this, honey, we love to see it all the fucking
Thank
time.
you.
So
Thank you.
thank
Well,
you.
hopefully, I'll have to keep you posted, but hopefully we will be releasing a print edition as well. Right now we're just talking logistics, but it's looking like it will happen. So I'll probably be back again to let you know when it's coming out.
I just want a coffee table book. You know, like those big coffee, like you know, like how Rihanna had that book.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
one of those for the coffee table.
Wait until next September.
Yes, ma'am. Give it to me.
I think we're just gonna have to introduce a little like moment on the show. We'll just be like, updates from Darkwa. Here's things you can expect from the powerhouse that is Darkwa. What's coming out of that house? You can find it over here. Nick, you mentioned doing it for the girls,
Yes.
and I just want to say, as another moment that did it for girls, can we just take a small second? And I want to do this without
What?
objectifying somebody for their body as much as humanly possible, but I think this is more of a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
The titties on Normani.
Bitch.
When she walks out and they are just bussing, they are titties doing titty things.
Right?
And
Right?
I think I froze in time.
Listen, what Normani's boobs do is what I want my ass to do if I'm walking backwards into a room. You know what I mean? I just want it to command space. I want it to take up as much space as possible. I want it to make homophobes uncomfortable. I want it to challenge the patriarchy. That's what her tits did for me.
I
That's what her
agree.
tits
Do you
for
know what
me.
I want? You know what, Dako, when you said that? You remember, do you
Mhm.
guys remember seeing Queen of the Dam when Aaliyah walks and she does this slow dance? She goes,
Yes.
look at me, I'm owning this. I was like, yes, that's what nobody does
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
Own it.
Yes,
Own it. Own
100%.
it.
That's Akasha walking through the club, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Iconic.
You get them sirens going off. We spoke about Chapter Z,
Hmm.
but that is not the only thing that you are doing.
No.
Because when people say booked and busy, they think they're booked and busy. But when I say booked and busy, I've got a few things going on. When you say booked and busy, like I want to know when you sleep. When do you sleep?
Funny enough, I've recently established a more regular sleeping pattern. So I sleep from 11:30 to about 5:30, and then I'm up.
Okay. Well, that was lovely. This is a lovely interview. Thank you for coming in and making me feel so positive about myself. What I want to know is, so you've restarted the Darkwood Does episodes again.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Give us a
Okay.
little moment into that.
We know that 2020 has been quite the year for exposing some of the bed bugs, I guess, we have in society that have stayed for hundreds of years. And so during the time when the Black Lives Matter protests were really like under a microscope, and I guess when the Black experience was most under a microscope, I decided that I was going to take a break because I was just getting really emotional. And I didn't really think that, me sitting in front of my phone, camera, and some lights doing my makeup and talking about shit was needed. So I took a break from that and started creating some poetry, etc., just to express myself because it was a really hard time. I'm sure you guys had a hard time too, right? Like just constantly seeing
100%.
and hearing about how someone that looks like us or could have been us has been mistreated, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I took a break from that, but I think, well, actually, I returned to doing Darkwa Does because I thought that, after all of this stuff, people are going to be acting a little bit better. But no, bitches are still out here acting crazy. And I just thought, you know what, let me get back in front of that camera and get those makeup brushes and let a bitch know and let me tell them about themselves. So that's why we're back. And the first episode, which was released I think yesterday or the day before, I don't know. I'm not really good at actually keeping a tab on my socials, but that is all based around the question: are we still doing that? Because there's a lot of shit that we should not be doing that we're still doing, and it's both from our people and also from people outside of our people. So
Yeah,
I wanted to let the girls know it's unacceptable.
totally. And you know what? It was just so, it's when you sat down and you're like, let me just slurp this water or whatever was in the glass. I was like, yes, she's ready. He is ready. They are ready to give it to me. I was like, yes, 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 yes. But you know what? Dakwa? It's always, you sat down and you, how do I say this? There is a simplified method when it comes to you reading someone. You're like, look at the camera. You do that thing where you come close and you're like, okay, you're gonna get read. Here we go. I love
Yeah.
it. We love it.
Thank you.
There's such an art to a perfect read, which I don't have because if I like when I get into it, I just get loud at you and repeat my point over and over again until eventually someone gets bored and leaves the room or switches off the podcast, which
Yeah.
is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. It's people not listening because I've spoken too much. But there is an Electra abundance about the reads of Darkwa that I think, like, if you haven't experienced, you should. Please go get into it, have a listen, and understand truly when a bitch is being told, it's because she won't realize she's been told until about 30 minutes later when she was just feeling good about herself. And then she's hit with, oh my God, they were telling me about my life. And then she has to make decisions and choices about it. But based on this, I do have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
So for years, back when there was bars and nightlife,
Uh-huh.
I was talking about, well, I always wanted to set up like a nightlife like blog or like experience thing, just basically
Uh-huh.
going like, here's my nights out, here are the events I've gone to, have I liked it? The
Mhm.
aim of it was essentially to basically do it so often that eventually you just get invited to stuff for free. Because I was like sitting there on a Saturday, I was like, why am I not invited to stuff? I know there's
Right.
stuff going on. Why am I sat here? But obviously
Okay.
there's nothing happening. But I was always going to call it Dan Does London because Debbie does Dallas, right?
Right.
And I want it to be Debbie, except I'm Dan, and Dallas is
Mhm.
too far away, so I was going to do London.
Uh-huh.
But now, because Darkwood Does exists, if I release Dan Does, like unless we're opening the House of Does, which I don't like suggest anybody do, I'm going to have to find a different name for it.
I feel like that might be a little idea, a little collab. Dan does London, Darkwood does, the House of Does, or
The House of Does,
the house that does.
the house that does. Or if we're going to be real bougie with it, we'll be like, oh, it. People will read it and be like, is that the House of Does? And like, it's the House of Duez.
Okay, I'm not sure about Duez, but that's
No,
okay.
I've accepted. That's what we're doing now. Look out for the House of Duez coming to you soon.
Yeah,
Once nightlife is a thing again.
girl, listen. Is nightlife going to be a thing again, though? I feel like the house party is going to have a really good resurgence, and I feel like when it's like obviously not illegal, I'm going to throw a huge house party just to like kick things off. You know,
Yeah,
I miss hosting.
we'll get through. Eventually, there will be a vaccine, and life will return to some sort of normal, or there will be a new normal that'll have different opportunities and experiences that everyone can have, and we can get excited for as well. But we don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I think whenever I hear people say like normal, like return to normal, I'm like, girl, hold up a second. If you break your knee, if you like break your leg, right? And then it heals, you think you've returned to normal because you're walking again and you're walking the way you used to walk, and maybe you're wearing heels again. But the fact is, the bone is not returned to normal. It has healed with a fracture in it. So we just have to like let go of normal completely and just be like, we gotta adjust. Our bodies adjust, we grow, our environments adjust, fucking plants adjust all the time. You know what I mean? Like, why are we trying to cling to this one fixed thing when there's so many other things that we can actually hold on to? Fuck normal, fuck it, forget it, move on, next. That's what I say.
Love it. And like the girls have always been good for that. And I'm actually very excited to see like once you can gather again in large groups, like the events that come out of it, because people have been sat inside and had the time to almost be creative and come up with ideas. So like if you've got an event idea or anything else that's coming out that you are looking forward to launching, please let me know. Like,
Oh my God, yeah,
want to
100%.
come
I
to
mean, listen,
anything.
first thing that's happening is as soon as we can throw events and we figure out how to do that, Chapter Z will be opening its doors or, you know, going somewhere and letting people come and experience us in real life as well. Because I think, you know, meeting the team and seeing the kind of thing that we want to do or the kind of thing that we would do or how we translate what you're seeing online into real life is really gonna like bring you more into the fold of what we're doing as Chapter Z.
Love it. We've run out of time yet again. I could keep talking for hours, but we've only got a few minutes. So, Darkwood, do you want to let the girls, by girls I mean everyone listening, let them know where they can find you, where they can find Chapter Z, where they can follow along with all the updates and all the new exciting stuff that's going to be coming out really soon.
All right, fabulous. Well, I have been Darkwa Che Darkwa, co-founder and editor-in-chief of Chapter Z magazine. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you would need to follow House of Darkwa, and that's House spelled fashion, HAUSOFDARKWAH. And then if you want to follow Chapter Z, which I strongly recommend that you do because the content is incredible, that's Chapter Z magazine.
Yes. Which we will see in the name and lights very soon, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, honey. Yes.
We love to see it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. This has been great.
Oh, we love it. We love it. You're always welcome back to the 802.
All right. Well, in that case, I'd like a guest hosting spot.
Yeah. You know what? One day, Dakwa, when I am not around, why don't you take my spot and like rule the house?
I thought you were kicking me out earlier.
No.
I thought I was getting the booted out because I didn't remember Janelle Monáe album from 10 years ago.
I know when my exams come around, because I'm in my last year at uni, I might need someone to, be the guest judge. It'll be an honor for you to take my seat. I'll love it.
Oh my God, I would love that. That's such an honor. Thank you.
It'll be messy, I'm pretty sure, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, it'll be great.
Oh, well, thank you for coming, Dakwa. We always love you, and we wish you all the best with Chapter Z, and we will be keeping informed with your Dakwa Does every week whenever you...
Fab. Thank you. It is actually going to be weekly now, so yeah, you'll get an episode next week.
Oh, yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
No worries.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Honestly, could just keep talking for hours with Darkwa. It's just,
He's just so good.
I also, I love a little nugget of a read. And there are a few little nuggets of a read in that. So
we love to see it.
Right, guys, that's been this week's episode of The 802. We are back next week for the 20th episode. Check the socials to see about the giveaway that we got for you. We want to give it to one of you. We like that you listen. We want to give you something. So enter the giveaways on our socials. You can find us on Instagram. That's the 802 Podcast. Find us on Twitter. It's the 802 Podcast. You can follow me at Dan James LDN on Instagram and Dan James LDN on Twitter.
And you can find me on mk.charles on Instagram and my brand new Twitter name, I am Nick Charles, which was taken from... Yes, she's changed, honey. She didn't come to play. She came to slay. And do you know where I got the I am Nicholas Charles from? Have a guess. I took it from B.
You took it from B?
I took it from B, yeah. I swear there's something that Beyonce said, I am something. I am Sasha Faye.
But she didn't say I am Nick Charles.
Well, she said I am Sasha Faye, so I am Nick Charles. I took inspiration from the Queen. Let me have a minute. Jesus.
Okay.
Sake.
Okay, everyone. We're gonna give Nick a minute to revel in his propensity to be like Beyonce if he wants to. Okay.
Let me go back to
Wow.
2008, okay? 20,
You
2008.
can go back to 2008. You can single
2008.
ladies your ass. You can do the divas steps. Like, you can listen to radio. You do whatever you want. It's your
'Cause
life.
I am what?
2020
Not a
doesn't count.
broken-hearted girl.
Oh, Lord. Let's get out of here. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. See you next week.